Christmas, a time to be with loved ones. This year was my first one away from home, but my grandparents and aunt made sure it would be a traditional and very special Christmas to remember. Here's what we did. So we're about to go make some Polish pierniki, which can be translated as gingerbread cookies, but there's actually no ginger. Instead, we use other spices like nutmeg and cloves and cinnamon, and otherwise it's just like a basic shortbread recipe. And it's been a family tradition to make them each year before the holidays. So here we go. The first step is to weigh the flour, then put it aside along with the butter and weigh the nuts. The next step is to crush all the nuts down. Then we add any remaining ingredients like honey, spices, and cocoa powder for our dark pierniki. We also cut in the butter and grate in some lemon peel. Then comes time for mixing and kneading until it begins to look like actual dough. Making pierniki is really a family-wide, multi-day operation because we're about to go decorate right now. We make an icing out of lemon juice and powdered sugar and then top with nuts, sprinkles, etc. So in Poland, December 24th or Christmas Eve is actually more important than December 25th. Christmas Eve is called Wigilia and it's associated with a bunch of different traditions and multi-day preparations. Here my babcia is making makówki, a popular Wigilia dessert from the south of Poland, which is basically layers of poppy seed almond filling and these sweet buns. So in Polish, there's a saying that the way your December 24th goes will dictate how the upcoming year will go. So for example, I've had a really unproductive day today. I was trying to work on an assignment and it just wasn't going, and that means that I'm basically gonna have an unproductive 2021. We actually started off this morning with a shot of vodka. My grandpa's homemade ginger vodka, imbirówka, and it's done to kill the bug, so to speak. So in Poland, there is a tradition that you begin Wigilia when the first star comes out. So we're gonna go see if we can see the stars, and oh my gosh, we can see a star and the moon and a clear sky. So Christmas miracle. It's tradition to begin with an opłatek, which is this thin wafer with a nativity scene on it. Basically, you go around to everyone and break off a little chunk from their opłatek and wish them all the best. And then it's time to dig into all this amazing food. We begin with a soup based off of a fish broth. It's also tradition to leave one empty seat at the table for any unexpected guests that may arrive on Christmas Eve, but this year we didn't have any. The second course is fish with 2 types of cabbage. Then it's time for moczka, a Silesian dish with gingerbread, dried fruits, etc., etc. Then the makówki, which had time to nicely soak and absorb all the flavors. Another option is poppy seed cake makowiec. We finish off the feast with my grandpa's homemade tutti frutti, which is basically vodka with 7 different summer fruits and berries. So on Vigilia, you only eat fish, no meat, and it's tradition to eat carp. And so when you get the fish, you basically take like these fish scales and dry them, and then you put one in your wallet to bring you good luck throughout the year. On the second day of Christmas, Poland gave to me a dusting of snow. Not that much to build a huge snowman, but a little to go out on a walk to the park and enjoy nature. If you know me, you know I don't like to eat that much meat for environmental reasons, but my favorite food from Śląsk is this, the rollada. Basically meat with mustard, bacon, a pickle, and some onion. Then it's all wrapped all up, cooked, and then typically served with boiled red cabbage and potato dumplings. At some point, I also drink fermented beet juice. Very, very healthy, very Polish too. My grandparents also make their own kompot, so this is like a juice with cherries, and this one is with green plums. Occasionally, rarely, the sun does shine in Poland in winter. Also give us a chance to see this really cool migration, or I don't know where they would be migrating in December, but this movement of ducks. Today we have awesome weather, so we're going to go climb that hill. It's called the Kopiec Wyzwolenia. The region of Poland, Śląsk or Silesia, was actually independent for much of history. And so thanks to German and Czech and Prussian influences, it developed its own dialect, its own culture, its own unique customs. Śląsk was joined into Poland at the beginning of the 1900s, and to commemorate that, they built this mound of freedom. You can see some lovely smog in the distance, some smokestacks around the area as well. That's the direction of Katowice, the largest city in Śląsk. On a good day, you can actually see the mountains like today, and just a great view from the top. This is, by the way, the newest addition to the family, Murcuś. He likes to sleep, lick himself clean, eat lots of food, and he really, really enjoys playing with this yarn. He was a stray, and basically no one in the neighborhood would let him in. So my grandparents did, and now he has a warm and a happy home. Reflecting back on 2020, my best memories were with my friends and with my family. As corny as it may sound, the meaning of life is about love. That's spending time with, or fighting for, or prioritizing the people you care about. I am so thankful that I had the chance to ring in 2021 with my family. In the end, even Murcuś didn't want me to leave. Here's to a year of color and love.